your fancy. Ladies, how about medium and wide with dress pumps, sling bags, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children, dress shoes, casual, school shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, ballet, jazz, christening, and bedroom shoes. So complete your look at Richie's Calypso, your number one family-friendly footwear store.
Love is always new and exciting at H&L Bookstore and Supply.
Good morning, Facebook, and what a beautiful day. Originally, it was our plan to be out in the beautiful sunshine that the Bahama Islands normally experience almost 365 days of the year, but God had other plans. The plants and the trees, they needed some food today. So hence we have a very rainy day, but it's still a beautiful day nonetheless. And I want to welcome you all to our show today. I'm so excited. It's going to be really interesting. We have Tarante Lang from Cardioblast Experience in the house with us, ladies and gents. And he's going to be telling us all about his program, ways in which we can get that beach body. Because you know, summer's upon us, and you know how that is. Everybody's trying to figure out if they can be able to wear those cute shorts, that two-piece swimsuit. So, in keeping with our fitness month, which March has turned out to be, we're going to continue to feed you information that you can use to help transform your lives. And today we're going to talk about the connection of physical fitness as it relates to not only your physical well-being, but your emotional well-being. For most of you, you know my story, you know my journey. And that is one where, you know, I have suffered from depression, suffered from anxiety for the last 2.5 years, and hence the birth of this particular show. And I endeavor to always impart information to you that can help transform your lives. And as I went through that journey, one of the things that I realized in my personal research and even in speaking to the doctors is that exercise and physical fitness can really, really help you out. So you may not make that connection. You may wonder, how is exercise going to help? But trust me, ladies, exercise can actually help you be less anxious. It can help you be less stressed, and it can help with depression. It can help to lift that dark mood. So we can't downplay the effects of physical fitness in our lives, because not only is it great for us physically, but it's also great for our emotional state. And you all know I am all about ensuring that together we can all be in a place of emotional wellness. So having said that, I just want to mention my partners. And you know, if it were not for them, we would not be able to do this. And that's Richie's Calypso, first of all. My old faithfuls down in the Churchill Square, running the girls. Richie's Calypso, people, has been in Freeport for over 40 years. So let's try and support our own. Let's try and support our local businesses. They have shoe sizes that range from size 0 straight up to the basketball player, size 15. So check them out. They're trending. They're all of the new fashion trends they're keeping on top of. You know, so go down there. Ron and the girls will help you out. And we want to just say how much we appreciate Richie's. In addition to that, we have Neil and his guys down at 5-Star Shipping Company Limited. Now, Bohemians, you know how we go. We never have no money, but we always ordering stuff. Amazon, Walmart, we know how it goes, right? And you need to check out Neil and his guys, because 5-Star is efficient, 5-Star is affordable, and 5-Star is easy. Call them down there at Keat and Mill Street. They do the freight forwarding as well, the courier service, cargo, whatever your shipping needs are. Please feel free to connect with Neil Burrows and his staff. They have been in business for over 20 years, so you're in good hands, everyone. Okay? Also, I want to shout out to my hubby, Simply the Best Audio Visual Media Company. Where would I be without him? You would not be able to see me so clearly and hear me so clearly if it were not for Simply the Best Video Productions. And I just want to say a big thank you, because he believes in what we're doing, and he continues to support and produce this show every single week. So keep us in your prayer as we continue to impart valuable information to you so that you can transform your life. Okay? So I'm with a wonderful young man this morning, and I'm so excited. I don't know Tarante very well, but from the communication that I've had, I'm very impressed with just how pleasant and how helpful and how outgoing you are,
Thank you.
Terente. And I want to say welcome, welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome
much
to
for
Real
having me.
Talk. Sit back, relax, so we just we're eager to hear all of this information that you're going to share with us, right?
Definitely.
So I want to ask you, first of all, to introduce yourself, to introduce your program, and to give us as many details about it as you can remember. So just so you know, that's your camera over there. Whenever you want to speak
Okay.
directly, you can look into that, okay? Whenever you
Excellent.
feel
Well,
like it.
that's no problem. Well, yeah, so my name is Trent Line. I am the manager, nutrition advisor, and fitness professional of Cardioblast Experience. I'm also the proprietor and the restaurant manager of Keeping It Clean, Healthy Takeout. And so when it comes to my certifications, are pretty much my qualifications. I'm a certified personal trainer, corrective exercise specialist, group fitness instructor, and nutrition advisor from American College of Sports Medicine Standards, National Academy of Sports Medicine, AFAA, and Penn Foster. Thank you, thank you. And I'm also a senior at the University of the Bahamas. I graduate this year, pursuing business management.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome, awesome.
yes,
So,
yes.
having given us your background, I am now very confident that you are fully qualified to be in the field that you're in.
Excellent, thank
So,
you.
tell us about the Cardioblast experience.
Definitely, definitely. So when it comes to Cardioblast, Cardioblast has been in existence for about 4 years. And to give you a little bit of a quick and a concise breakdown on what inspired and brought about the beginning of Cardioblast is that I had a physical. I too was somebody who battled depression for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah, for quite a while.
Oh,
But yeah,
wow.
but I don't want to reveal that testimony prematurely.
Of
So
course,
yeah,
I
in time,
understand. I
definitely.
understand.
So it was something I battled with depression, and also for most of my life I was overweight.
Really?
Yeah, I was obese class too. I was up to 240 pounds. So what happened is that I had a physical in the United States.
Right.
They told me that I was early hypertensive, chronic asthma in the form of a cough, and that I had early type 2 diabetes as well, and I was obese class
Wow.
too. Yeah,
We all have a story, eh?
exactly, exactly. And so by me going through that experience, I remember I had an aunt and uncle at the time who looked at me. They was like, "You have to do something." But when I got the report, I already made up in my mind that I had to make some type of divine change when it came to my life. And so within the span of 6 months, I went from 240 to 175.
Oh,
Then the
wow.
lowest I ever got to was 170.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
That is awesome.
thank you, thank you. And so that's pretty much the original Cardioblast
Yes,
started.
that's how it was
And so
birthed.
exactly, and so everything that I did within those 6 months, and then with the maintenance, is what I developed into a program, and I started as Cardioblast. Cardioblast has touched the lives of well over 2,000 persons throughout the Bahamas.
Wow.
We've had group fitness programs in Grand Bahama and Nassau.
Okay, okay.
And we've also had virtual training plans that cater to residents all over the Bahamas.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so it does the group fitness thing, it does corporate wellness plans, it does virtual training, it does personal training, and so on
Okay,
and so forth, host calls. But the
okay,
most popular service that we provide to the populace is group fitness training.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
And explain a bit about the group fitness, seeing that's the most
definitely.
popular one.
Definitely. And so when it comes to the group fitness training, the two programs that we have available right now
Mm-hmm,
is we have the 60-minute program known as the Beta program, and
mm-hmm.
we have the 30-minute program known as the Alpha program. So when it comes to the 30-minute program, I'll start with it because it's normally considered as the starting program
Right,
and prerequisite for the Beta. It more so caters to persons who fit the criteria of a special population. So persons who cannot handle the normal strains of general exercise,
okay.
so
Oh,
persons with
okay.
any type of major injury, or
Right,
even when it comes to type 2 diabetes, a lot
right,
of persons do not know that exercise in a lot of cases can have the exact same effect as insulin.
right. Oh,
Yeah, so of course you'd
okay.
have to be careful with exercising.
Oh,
Yeah, so it all has to do about making it a conglomerate effort
right,
with the fitness professional and the physician on
right,
board in that person's life, and
right.
ensuring that the fitness prescription, the fitness program that they put together effectively benefits that person.
And I think that, do you want to sound this in?
Definitely so sorry for that.
No, no problem. problem, no
And
problem.
then silence that.
Yeah, we know we're in the age of cell phones,
Yes,
so
I sincerely apologize for
we
that.
can't move a foot without it.
Yes,
But I wanted to ask you, I want to mention that I think that's really important because
yes,
every individual is different.
definitely.
And every individual has different needs. And
Exactly.
unfortunately, some mass exercise programs we get involved in, they're catering to one type of individual. They're not
Bingo.
really considering, okay, do you have a back problem? Or
Mm-hmm.
are you hypertensive? Or are you diabetic? Or do you have a heart condition? Because, like you say, these are all different things that people are faced with.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's really, really good to know that. So
Thank
that
you.
whoever you are, if you are into physical fitness, you have programs to suit every individual person's needs.
Definitely. And with Cardioblast, there was a participant who started with me, and she did so well in the program that I promoted her to be my assistant fitness trainer, fitness facilitator.
Wow.
Yeah, Lashane Thomas, and she assists me with that. And in a lot of cases, what we always try to do is we try to make each program as effective as possible.
Right.
For me, is that I never look at the other program within Freeport. I never look at what is happening on that island. I always look at ways that we could improve Cardioblast. And one of the
Right.
things that we realize is that when we had both programs grouped together, is that just pretty much each program is not effective as it could be, because if someone is at a beginner's fitness level and they're function at an advanced and they're in a workout session
That's not
that
gonna work.
caters at an advanced fitness level, it can serve as counterproductive.
It can, because
Yes.
sometimes people don't realize that you can, I mean, I don't know the word that they would use, but you can overexert yourself.
Exactly.
Because the reality of it is, if you ain't been in the gym for 10 years, you can't jump headlong into an hour-long program that is extremely rigorous and feel like you're not going to have any not detrimental, I don't want to use that word, but
Definitely.
any bad effects as a result of it.
Exactly. Definitely. And so yes, and in my experience too is that even though for as simple as a client who has an injury,
Right,
they would know that they have a knee injury, or they'd know that
Right.
they'd have a severe any type of leg related injury.
right, right,
They'd know that they're not supposed to sprint, or they know
Right.
that they're not supposed to run.
right,
But mainly
right,
for the fact of being in a group like setting
right.
and the adrenaline rush, they'll push themselves beyond that
Yes.
threshold.
Yes.
And so
yes.
that's why it's very appropriate and very important that persons are supposed to be grouped correctly and effectively.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I understand exactly what you're
Yes.
saying because I've been out of the fitness. I haven't been working out like I should in about 3 years, and I found that that is something that I have to do too. I have to get back in a bit slower. I can't do all of the stuff that I used to be able to do.
Exactly.
So, Terente, as far as getting involved in the program, you have a 30-minute program.
Yes.
You have an hour-length program.
Yes.
And how many times a week is that?
Each one is daily. But when it comes to the 30-minute program, it's
When
one
you say
session
daily,
daily.
you mean 7 days?
No, Monday to Friday.
Okay, so it's 5 days a week.
Yeah, it's 5 days
Okay.
through the week. Yes.
Okay.
And so when it comes to the alpha, the 30-minute program is one session per day. Of course, it's at 30 minutes.
Okay.
When it comes to the 60-minute program, it's 2 sessions per day. The morning session, 5:15 a.m. Evening session, 6 p.m.
Okay, and with the first one that you mentioned, the alpha, what time is that? You didn't say.
That's at 6:15 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good. And if persons want to be involved with the program, what is the best way to reach you? Because we may have somebody, and I want to encourage you all who are watching to call in if you have questions for Terente. Put it on the feed, and we can pick his brain while he's here with us for the next couple of minutes. Yeah, we seem to have a lot of people on.
Wow.
I'm trying to see that. Troy is on. We have Kendall on.
Excellent.
Casey, we have Joanne and Colette. Thank you all. Welcome. Please share the video because this information is so helpful to all of us. And I was about to ask you to tell the audience if they want to reach you and be a part of Cardioblast. How can they do that?
Definitely. So pretty much any one of the social media platforms, they can find Cardioblast Experience. So they can find us on Facebook, they can find us on Snapchat, they can find us on Instagram, and also when it comes to WhatsApp. And for the WhatsApp contact, it's 727-6876.
Okay, so we'll put that on the feed. It's 727-6876. 36876. So they can WhatsApp or call that number as well. All right. So, I mean, that's a lot of information. They should be able to reach you.
Definitely.
And I really, really liked how you know, the way the program seems to be structured.
Thank
Very,
you.
very,
Thank
very
you.
informative. And it seems like you've had a lot of success with it.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of success because and what is so strange about the success is the success was not something that we achieved fresh out of the gate.
Right.
Even though Cardio Blast had a huge reception, it started with 2 participants in July 2014, and by the following year, that January, it ran up to about 250, and on the exact same island.
250?
Yeah, and for
Oh,
that,
wow.
I really don't feel as if it has anything to do with me in particular. I
Right.
feel like it's all the hands of God.
I
I
agree.
feel like it was
Divine
all
favor.
bingo, and it was all part of his mapping. And what I say time and time again is that I don't give myself any type of major credit. I always feel like I'm being utilized as a vessel.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes, and I agree with that because this was birthed out of your personal experience.
exactly,
And I find that when you do that, as with me with this show, it's the same situation.
definitely,
Based on my experience, I felt the need to reach out and to help others because I do agree with you, Tarante. We are not here just for ourselves. And I think when we go through stuff and when we experience stuff, the Lord expects us to share that information.
exactly,
Because I always say on the show that, you know, information brings knowledge.
exactly,
Knowledge brings power. And all
exactly,
of these things allow us to empower ourselves.
definitely.
You know, so I'm glad to hear that. So I want to kind of move into some of the benefits. Now that you've given us an overview of your program, I want to move into, we're going to do the physical benefits and the emotional benefits.
Yes,
But let's start with the physical because that's what a lot of people, because we pay so much attention to the exterior, too much attention, I think.
yes,
I'm of the belief that the internal always gets shortchanged. And hence, that's why so many of us are living such unfulfilled lives. But anyway, that's another show, right? But let's start with the physical benefits.
okay.
What are some of the physical benefits of exercising? And I
Um,
know we've heard it time and time again, but I want our viewers to realize that this is just not hype.
exactly,
You know, this is real stuff. I mean, you can really save your life by making a commitment to become physically fit.
definitely, definitely. And yeah, so when it comes to physical fitness is very effective. And when I say from a science basis and not just from a, because what I find in a lot of cases, and I tell my clients this time and time again, when it comes to the benefits, they would look at it as factual just because someone mentioned it. For instance, I'd say in a food store, you know that walking or running is really excellent for decreasing hypertension without having the background research to back it up. But when it comes to a science perspective, physical fitness does reduce the chances of persons acquiring chronic diseases. So like when it comes to type 2 diabetes, hypertension, coronary heart disease. So that's one standpoint when it comes to the benefits of
That's
physical
major
fitness.
because I'm going to say something to you, Tarante. You know, we're seeing so many of our loved ones, unfortunately, being afflicted with cancer.
Yes,
And it seems I even hate that word.
yes,
But do you realize? I mean, I'm sure you realize. I don't think many of us realize that heart disease and what they call preventable diseases
yes,
are killing a lot more persons than cancer.
exactly, exactly. And that's
In fact,
I
heart
find that as
disease is
powerful.
the number one. Heart disease, ladies, is the number one killer
Yes,
for women. Not breast cancer
yes,
and not cancer of any type. It's the heart disease that's the number one killer.
exactly.
And the doctors tell me what is so terrible about that is in a lot of cases it's preventable.
Yes, definitely, exactly. It is, and what I often tell persons is that they like to say, and it's all about facts and it's all about research and approaching everything in a strategic and a systematic fashion. And what you'd find is that even when it comes to the causes of death within the Bahamas,
Right.
the top 10 causes of death are diet-linked diseases. So yeah,
What did you say?
diet-linked diseases, so
Diet
non-communicable
link? Could you-
diet. No
Oh,
problem.
diet. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
diet links.
Sorry,
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
okay.
No problem. Yes, ma'am. So it's diet, so pretty much linked to the way that persons eat.
Exactly.
They're acquiring them because of the way that they eat. And so, yeah, so when it comes to strokes, when it comes to a lot of the cancers, you're even finding that a lot of the cancers that persons are acquiring They're acquiring not from genetics, but because of the way that they eat.
Wow.
And what is very powerful, I remember it was for the same summit that I'm going this weekend. I did it last year, and I remember that there was a lecturer, a professor who said something really powerful that stuck with me. It
Right.
was that even though, yes, a lot of different forms of cancer and diseases are linked from genes, but it's also
Right.
been proven that if you grow up in a certain household with a particular parent
Mhm.
who lived or ate a certain way and they
Mhm.
acquire type 2 diabetes, if you keep those exact same habits, of course you're going to acquire it. So
Right.
it's not necessarily the genetics, it's more so the
Ah,
habits.
the
Bingo.
environmental link.
Then exactly, and actually following, doing the exact same thing
Right. Not
that
the
your parent did
right.
to
Not that you
acquire it.
were genetically prone to it.
Bingo.
Right. You
Exactly.
just did what you were accustomed to, and oh Lord.
Bingo. But I'm more so the type, I feel as if once you know better, you're supposed to do better. So for persons
I do.
blaming it, saying that they grew up in a particular household,
Yeah.
that no, but once you know it's wrong, and once you know that a particular way of eating will cause you to acquire type 2 diabetes, then you're supposed to make the change when it comes to your
Right,
life.
right. And
Yeah.
this is what kills us, man, Tarante. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. This Bahamian food tastes good.
Yes.
This Bahamian peas and rice and big macaroni and ribs and oh my goodness, it tastes so good.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
think it's one of the reasons that so many of us suffer from poor health. I even
Exactly.
noticed that, I mean, it's sad to say, but most of our Bahamian women are obese.
Yeah.
If you go to the doctor and you get a checkup, they would categorize you as obese
Exactly.
because of our diets. It's so rich
Definitely.
and it's so high in fat and high in carbs and high in sugar. So, I mean, the Bahamian diet is really our enemy. That
Exactly.
is something I think we should indulge in occasionally. I know it's a change that I had to make. I can't cook like an average Bahamian because I wouldn't be able to fit in this chair.
Exactly.
So I totally get that. And are there any other physical benefits? But those are major. We
Yeah.
talking, you could prevent yourself from getting diabetes.
Exactly.
You can prevent yourself from having a heart problem. You can prevent yourself from getting certain types of cancers. You can prevent yourself from getting hypertension. And I don't know if they know how serious these things are.
Exactly. Even for me, from my experience, I remember in grade seven, I attended Sunline, and I remember that from my homeroom, there was a particular, I think it was on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that right after the first break, I think it was a history class, and it was quite a distance. And for me, I was always a person who struggled with punctuality. I never really was on time for much things, but I realized later on in life that it's something that's very important.
Right.
And so I would always be late, and so I would run there. I'd run there or rush there, and I would always remember before I went into the classroom that I would have this consistent cough. I would cough and I would cough and I would cough for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I
Wow.
often found it so strange. And the thing about it is that I had to cater to the cough because if I didn't cater to the cough, I would feel as if I could not breathe.
Yeah, you
What
had to cough. Once you have that sensation or tickling in your throat, you have to release
Bingo. But
that.
what I realized, the reason why I acquired that cough is that the reason why I acquired that cough is that I had chronic asthma in the form of a cough. So
Okay,
that's
I
the way that,
understand. I
yeah.
understand. We
But
have
what is so powerful is that after I lost the weight, I don't cough anymore.
right
I
because
don't,
the
yeah.
weight contributed to the asthmatic conditions
Exactly.
that you had.
Exactly.
We had someone saying that you have such a humble spirit.
Oh, thank
They
you.
just
Thank you.
chimed in on our Facebook feed. It was T and E, Tickaboo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
Tickaboo,
much. Yes, sir.
Tickaboo. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Please, everybody share the video. This is information that we need to get in our community because this is going to help us live healthier lives.
Is it okay if I share that?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, do your
Share it
thing.
quickly.
Yeah, do your thing.
Definitely.
All right, so now that we've gone into that, and I think we didn't mention the word death, but a lot of these chronic illnesses, they actually they can lead to our demise.
Exactly. They really can.
So we have women who are having heart attacks.
Yes.
We have women that are so diabetic that they're resorting to having to go on dialysis. The kidneys are becoming compromised.
Yes.
You have women that are hypertensive, and I don't know if they realize, people say hypertensive is the silent killer.
Yes.
It really is because it can bring on so many things in our bodies that can lead to our death.
Definitely.
So, everybody, let's really take this seriously. The physical benefits are great, and we need to make time to do it because you're saying, oh, I don't have the time because I work in here. Well, that same job you work, when you drop down dead, before you call, they have somebody to replace you. We have to
Bingo.
get our life in perspective. And I
Exactly.
think sometimes that's hard to do, but we're hoping that this show, it works as a little wake-up call, that you really think about a lot of the stuff that Durante mentioned, and as we continue that, it really pricks you so that you can do what you need to do to transform your life. So, okay, we
Uh-huh.
discussed the physical benefits,
Yes.
Durante. Now, emotional benefits. And this is close to my heart because as I had mentioned to you, I have my journey
Yes.
with anxiety and depression.
Yes.
And one of the things in doing my research, I realized that I have to do, even if it's not overly physical,
Yes.
you know, one of the things my doctor recommended, try to take a walk every single day. So I want to ask you from a professional standpoint, what are some of the emotional benefits? Because many times we think of only the physical, but we don't realize that exercise and a great diet also brings a lot of emotional benefits, which I think, I mean, that is a really big part of who we are because if you're not happy, if you're chronically stressed, if you're in a state of depression, if you're suffering from anxiety attacks, panic attacks, because your diet sucks or you're overweight and you're not getting the physical fitness, this is a real issue.
Yes.
So what would you say? How do you link the emotional benefits to physical activity and to a clean diet?
Well, when it comes to an emotional and even a psychological standpoint, is that
Right.
I've in a lot of cases, persons probably heard of something called runner's high, and it has to deal with a lot of the endorphins being released after and
Okay.
upon exercise, and so
Okay.
that's why in a lot of cases after an exercise session, even though it can be very strenuous, you feel better about yourself and the urge to do more.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so that's one
Oh,
of the benefits from
which
exercise.
is a big benefit
Yeah,
because
the
emotional
endorphins.
wellness is very important to living a fulfilling
Exactly,
life.
exactly. So from the endorphin standpoint, it's
Right.
really good. It helps you to feel better about yourself.
Right. Right.
Also, when
Right.
it comes to self-esteem standpoint, it helps you to feel better about yourself as well.
Right.
And I
Right.
often say time and time again that when I meet any classmate of mine before I lost my weight, that when they see me now, they're like, wow, they can't believe it because the the inner confidence that I now have and the boost that it helped for my
Yeah.
self-esteem. But what I found that it's largely psychological, and yes, the physical activity does help, but it's all about believing that you're capable of doing anything or
Yes.
whatever it is that you want to do or
Yes.
whatever it is that you
Yes.
want to be.
And I think being the best that you can be, because
Exactly.
I don't think that the Lord designed us to be obese.
Exactly.
I don't think that was His
Exactly.
plan for us. Even if you
Definitely.
look at the way they ate back in the day. Hey, Troy, I can't read what Troy's saying, but
Diet good when French fries is $1 and a cup of fruits is $5 and $10.
okay. So the question was, how can we diet good when French fries is $1 and a cup of fruit is $5? I
Uh,
mean, and that is such a great
it is.
question.
It is, and
How do you break that median?
it's a common it's a common question. Most cases, persons look at it from an economical standpoint, but
Yes.
just to tie it down to, there was one more physical benefit that I wanted to mention is longevity.
Right.
Studies have been proven that persons are able to live longer.
Right.
Yeah, who function at a healthy BMI are more active and all those other good stuff.
Right.
But
Right.
when it comes to an economical standpoint, yes, a cup of fruits might be $5 and a French fry might be $1. But in most cases, if you indulge in a life that's filled with French fries and fried foods and things of that sort, acquiring some type of chronic disease is going to be looked at as inevitable, meaning a
Right.
matter of time.
Right.
And so, if a chronic disease is acquired,
Right.
you have to think about the doctor visits to get a
That
good
is
and an
true because
effective.
listen, and these pills expensive.
Exactly.
These doctor visits expensive.
Exactly.
These tests they are I mean through the roof.
Exactly. So imagine a 70, 80, $100 doctor bill on a weekly basis,
Right.
plus the
Because
medication to pair with it.
something always wrong with you because you're feeding yourself junk.
And now I could tell you that most doctors now with the medication and with the physician physician visits, they recommend exercise and diet as well. So they tell you
do.
that you still have to make the changes.
They do.
So it's almost like something that you're gonna have to do inevitably.
Right.
Eventually, it's gonna have to happen. But I always tell clients, if you look at it from a short-term standpoint, yes, it looks like you're losing when it comes to investing in healthy food. But when you look at a long-term standpoint, if you live this way, and it doesn't even have to be fruits. There are so many other vegetables, and there's so many other macronutrients that you can expose your body to on a regular basis that would help you to live longer and not acquire these type 2 diabetes.
For example,
Okay,
because
awesome.
you know we don't even know what macronutrients are.
No problem.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. So macronutrients are biological macromolecules. Examples of them are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And so the fruits and the vegetables will fit within the carb category.
Right.
And so part of what you're saying when you made the statement, you said that God wants us to function at our optimal potential.
Yes.
So and
Yes.
what a lot of persons do not understand when it comes to optimal potential and optimal health, you're designed to function at a healthy BMI. You're not designed to function at obese class 1, obese class 2, obese class 3.
Right.
And so
right.
even when looking at it from that standpoint, so in order to acquire a healthy BMI, in order to be within that realm and to be healthy, you have to give your body the 3 main macros: carbs, proteins, fats.
Right.
So a balanced diet on a
quick,
regular and a daily
one or two
basis.
examples of carbs, one or two examples.
Definitely.
And let's stick with the cheapest ones you could think of.
Okay.
Because listen, I feel their pain. You know, free body ain't
It isn't easy.
down.
It isn't.
And I am actually in that position many times when I want to get something healthy.
Yes.
But I look at the price, and when there's 4 or 5 people in your household, you know, even though I hate to say it, I end
It's
up
harder,
at the,
yes.
I end up at the Wendy's drive-through.
And what I often tell clients is that,
Right.
what I often,
He wants me to, not he wants to, but I just want to take this moment. Keep your thoughts,
Yes.
Tarante. I need to mention again that we want to say a thank you to our partners, which are Richie's Calypso, 5-star shipping down there at Milton and Keith Street, and also Simply the Best Video Productions in Mayport Building. We couldn't do this without them. So just want to say a quick thank you. I'm going to let Tarante finish that thought as to giving us some cheap, or economical solutions to the different food groups, and then we're going to do a commercial break very shortly. So go ahead, Tarante. 1 or 2 examples of carbohydrates, proteins, and what else you said?
and fats.
And fats.
Okay, so I'll give you an example when it comes to breakfast. Breakfast is fine, sufficient?
Oh, yeah. Just,
Okay,
you know,
good.
I just want to put it out there, you know?
Definitely. So what I'd recommend is something like a Western Arm. So of course I said that within that 24-hour frame, if not throughout the day within one meal, you want to focus on those 3 main macros. So the main thing should be, I would think for breakfast, is a Western omelet. It's high in protein. And when it comes to the Western omelet, if you add stuff like spinach, bell peppers, onions, herbs, and spices, it makes it more balanced.
And that is pretty affordable.
It is.
Because when you say, why you say Western? Why not
Because
Southern?
because when it comes Western, I like the good thing about the Western omelets. I like how blended and more so caters to the dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens and more herbs and vegetables, but it could be a Southern. It could be a Southern.
Okay, but that's just the name they call it because you're adding a lot of greens to
bingo.
it. Okay, and
Bingo.
you know what? That is affordable.
It is.
Because you're looking
And
at
it's something
eggs.
that's very easy to make.
You're looking at eggs and greens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it could be with turkey bacon to make it even more balanced.
Yes.
And then what will
turkey
cater to the
bacon is
carb
pretty good.
category would be whole grain toast. If
Okay.
not whole grain, spelt toast, or even something like Ezekiel bread.
The Ezekiel bread, we can't afford that. I mean, it's great. But
Yes.
we can't afford that. The Ezekiel
Yes.
bread, the loaf this big, and it's about $9 or $10.
Exactly.
So maybe I've been getting the is it Arnold's? The whole grain. It's about $5-6 a loaf, but it's a little alternative.
Definitely.
Is it the Arnold's? I can't remember the name. I have it right there, but it's a whole grain, and it has like several different grains in it. So
Very
maybe if
good.
you can't do the Ezekiel, you could do something.
You
like
could do
that.
exactly. You could do something, or
Okay.
even when it comes to whole grain toast, it's very effective. And the more grains, the better, because the less processed it is. So if you can't choose whole grain over whole wheat,
Nora, can you give me that bread, please? I want to show them. Okay, and it's right on my counter. And as far as the proteins are concerned, what would you say? Hey, this is what I wanted. Seeing that I have it, I was just going to show it. Is this good?
yeah.
Tarante?
And so the good thing, what I like
could-
about it is that it says 12 grains, and so
look at it. It's
it
by
goes back
Arnold.
within
That's
that
the
realm.
name.
The more grains, the better.
Okay.
It's very good.
Okay, so just
Good.
just wanted
And
to let you know something like this. It's a little bit more than the regular bread,
yeah.
but still, it's not as costly as the Ezekiel.
Exactly. And
Okay.
with Cardioblast, what we do is because when it comes to nutrition, nutrition takes up 60 to 70% of the focus when it comes to health improvement and the power. And so we
Okay.
actually train our clients to show up in an economical fashion, but still effective fashion.
Okay. So give me some good proteins. One or two
So
proteins
the
that.
eggs will take care of the protein.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
the
That's
eggs will
right.
take care of the
The
protein.
turkey too, eh? The turkey
Yeah, the
bacon
turkey bacon will
also.
take care of the protein as well.
Okay.
So when it comes to the eggs and the turkey bacon, it'll take care of that. And by frying the eggs and the turkey bacon and olive oil, it take care of the good type of
I was
fat.
gonna ask you what are some
Yeah.
healthy fats? Because for me, olive oil is good, but I learned that sometimes olive oil can lose some of its nutrition at high heat levels.
Some,
So
yes.
what are some of the other
So
oils that we
what
can
I say
introduce
is
in?
that when it comes to the Pauline monounsaturated categories, you have olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, sesame seed oil, canola oil, rapeseed oil, avocado oil.
Right.
All of those are good.
And what about the coconut?
Coconut is fine. Coconut is good.
How come you didn't mention it? Why you didn't mention that?
Because when it comes to coconut, coconut oil is a bit debatable, but it's at the
Why is
end
it
of the day,
debatable?
coconut oil is better than vegetable and corn,
Why is
so
it
it's
debatable?
fine.
I'm asking because I love coconut oil and I use it
I
all
would,
the time, and
I
I'm
would,
under the impression that it's really good for me.
I mean, it's very good when it comes to, it's a saturated fat though. Coconut oil is a saturated fat. It's good when it comes to hair standpoint and the skin standpoint and all of that, but coconut oil, in my opinion, is better than corn or vegetable oil. So yes, coconut
Right,
oil is
but
something good. But if you could, I'd prefer to lean towards avocado
I
oil,
love the
extra
avocado.
virgin olive oil, things of that
Okay,
sort.
is it because it's less calorie laden? Is that what you get? And when you say
Um,
saturated, you know why?
so the good fats are the Pauline monounsaturated fats, and the bad fats are the saturated and trans.
So coconut oil has a lot of the saturated.
Bingo.
I see.
Yeah, but that's about a bit debatable. It starts a bit of a debate, so it's something that I don't touch very often.
Yeah, no, I asked him because I got coconut oil in my cupboard now, and
I mean, it's
and every
good.
time I pour it, I'm like, oh, this is good. I'm being healthy. So
It's good. You could also do the extra virgin olive oil and the sesame seed oil. It's
All
good to have a
right.
variety so you don't get bored.
Okay, well,
Yes.
Mr. Producer, I know we want a commercial break. You want a break now? Okay, so we are going to go to a quick commercial break and we will be right back. So stay tuned for more valuable information.
So, what's your fancy? Ladies, how about medium and wide with dress pumps, slingbacks, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children, dress shoes, casual, school shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, ballet, jazz, christening, and bedroom shoes. So complete your look at Richie's Calypso, your number one family friendly footwear store.
Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in. Please share this show. This is so much information today that we're getting from fitness expert Terente Lang, who is the owner and operator of Cardioblast Experience and the owner and manager of Keeping It Clean restaurant downtown in the Millennium Mall, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes, so the information has been great. I encourage you to continue to watch. You're going to be able to watch it again if you've missed any of the information before. And also, you'll be able to watch it on my YouTube channel probably by tonight. So go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. But we're talking about physical fitness and how staying fit gives us so many physical and emotional benefits and really contributes to us being not only physically well, but emotionally well. Okay,
Definitely.
so we had a few questions that were on the feed for you, Torrente, so I'm going to put them to you now. We had Troy asking, because we were talking about the different types of food groups. And Troy asks, is cheese and Kerrygold butter considered good fats? Well,
No.
first of all, is cheese good?
When it comes to the cheese, the main problem with cheese is the sodium and the amount of fat in it. So when it comes to cheese, if you control the sodium and the fat, and you could understand that when it comes to sodium, there's a certain amount of sodium that persons are supposed to be limited to daily. And so World Health Organization and American Heart Disease Association recommends anywhere from 23 to 2400 milligrams of sodium per day. I said that's your limit. So any item that exceeds 2 to 300 milligrams of sodium will be considered as high.
Okay,
So that's when it goes to the serving size and selecting your cheese. If you see in the back of your Nutrition Facts label the cheese that you're contemplating, if it goes above 4 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving size, in my opinion, that would be too high. So that's the main area.
So that's the main thing. So we can't eat the cheese, but
it's
just
gonna
watch.
and the fat.
Right.
And so they're saturated in the trans fat.
Okay, so 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium is bad.
High, because daily you're limited to 2300 milligrams for a 24-hour period. So if you're budgeting the same way, a person would budget $200 or $300 within a 7-day span is how you budget 2300 milligrams within a 24-hour span.
Right.
So that's your limit, your maximum.
Man, I know. Troy, maybe you just need to ease up on the cheese.
Yeah, just be careful, but it's very easy to monitor. And see, the thing about it is that the first time you do it, it'll be difficult.
Right.
But once you become a little bit more versed in it and a little bit more practice in it, it becomes easier with time.
What this highlights, Torrente, is that we need to do more reading of our labels.
Bingo. That's what it is.
I've heard that before, and it seems like that is very important, that we need to do more reading of our labels.
Bingo.
And learn how to distinguish what's good and what's
bad.
Right, what's high and what's low. Okay. All right, so the cheese, you can eat it, but you got to be really careful that it doesn't exceed the fat and the sodium amount. Okay, what about the Kerrygold butter? You know, Kerrygold butter tastes good.
So when it comes to the butter, when it comes, the
yes,
no
and listen
problem.
to it. And okay, I guess he's trying to say it's time for us to get, because you know, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I got on my workout gear. So Torrente gonna show us 1 or 2 little moves. I got my girl here with me, so we want to show you ladies 1 or 2 moves that he's gonna suggest to us just to help us with our overall fitness. We're gonna do that in short order. Clifford, can we go for a little while longer? With some 3 minutes to the end of the show?
No, 3 minutes before you want the 15 minutes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, producer. Okay, so what about that Kerrygold butter? Because mine tastes good.
So when it comes to the Kerrygold butter, it falls within the saturated and the trans fat category.
Which is bad.
So that's what deals with the clogging and all of the arteries and all of those other things that gets persons in that stroke territory and that coronary heart disease territory.
Troy,
so
you
want
hear
to
that?
be
Don't
really,
let me hear you using them more.
be really careful with those type of consumption. So as we were saying earlier, rather than focusing on the bad types of fats, you want to focus more so on the good types of fats. So the Paulina mono, so the oils that we talked about earlier, the avocado oil, the sesame seed oil, the canola,
so using
rapeseed
those
oil.
as opposed to using the Kerrygold
Bingo,
butter.
it's better.
Are there any other alternatives for the butter? Because there's something that I know that I get called Smart Balance.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, it's good.
And Smart Balance, same, you know, it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free,
Okay.
it's lactose-free.
Very
Because
good.
I don't really mess with a lot of dairy.
Good.
But I find that the Smart Balance, I mean, I don't know, I never read the label, but I looked at the stuff that it doesn't have.
Yes. Okay, I guess it's a good alternative. But what I often tell my clients is that what you want to try to do is in the items that you consume daily, you want to try to select as many nutrient-dense options as possible. So things that provide some type of positive benefit when it comes to your body. So things that will help you to live longer, or add to longevity, or add to your function at your optimal potential. Yeah, so the good types of fat, the proline, the monos, and they also work out as almost like a backup energy source. So after your body runs out of carbohydrates for energy, then it goes to the good types of fat. Starches in particular for energy, then it goes to the good types of fat. So once you have an ample supply of those, you'll always remain energized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then lastly, I think it was the wheat question. So as we said earlier, not only when it comes to whole grain wheat, but any option you want to try to go as organic and natural as possible. So the difference between whole grain and whole wheat is pretty much just whole wheat is more processed. They both
Right.
start out as a full kernel, but whole wheat is more processed than whole grain. That's why they always say that the more grains, the better. And so for
Right.
the bread that you feature, it has 12 grains, which is
Right,
excellent.
right. And for me, I learned that a couple of years ago because I thought whole wheat was better. When I actually researched it, they said whole wheat was not better at all.
Exactly.
Like it was almost in the same category as
Bingo,
white
one step
bread.
up from white. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if you're gonna do bread, it's best to go with a multi-grain
Bingo.
bread.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, that's awesome information. We want to thank Joanne for putting that out there. I also saw that Charmaine was chiming in, that Patricia was chiming in. Thank you all for watching. Please share the video. This is awesome information. Now, as we wind down, Tarante, I'm going to ask you what is a realistic weight loss goal? Because, at the end of the day, even though we're mentioning all these other benefits, for us women, the biggest benefit we're looking at is losing weight. Because, summer's upon us. We want to have our beach bodies. We want to be on fleek. We want to wear those
Exactly.
swimsuits.
Definitely.
But what would you say? And I'm asking that because I realize that there are a lot of quick fixes out there and maybe medications or whatever it is that we would take to speed up the weight loss process.
Yes.
But what would be a realistic goal for me as a woman as it relates to losing weight?
Well, when it comes to a weight loss standpoint, a realistic and an effective goal
Right.
will be anywhere, they recommend anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds per week.
Maximum.
Maximum. And it more so, there should never be that much attention applied to dropping too much weight too soon. It's more so about making a lifestyle change.
Right.
And then what will happen is that the benefit will come from the accumulation of weight loss. Meaning if
Right.
you drop something like 2 pounds per week,
Right.
if you maintain that for 1 full month, that's 8 pounds at the end of the month.
Right.
If
That
you
is
maintain
true.
that for 10 months, that's 80 pounds.
Right. Those numbers add up very quickly.
Versus a fad diet
Yeah.
where you might drop 20, 30 pounds in a
Now,
month
what
or 2
I
months, but you're going to
find
gain it right
is
back.
Right. People don't realize that. Look, it
Exactly.
ain't worth it.
Exactly.
And in fact, it seems like when you take these fat burners or these pills, you take them, you drop the weight rapidly, but you gain more.
Bingo.
You don't only gain what you had on. They're throwing a couple more pounds for good measure.
Exactly.
So it's important that we realize that, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
You are. And
When-
and the fad diet is only a temporary fix.
Right.
But you need a permanent fix.
Yeah,
It's
because
almost
the
like
weight is going to come right back.
Exactly. It's almost like taking your car to a temporary mechanic
Right.
to give you a patch. Yeah, it's not going to last. So that's ultimately the same thing with fad diets do. It's a temporary fix. The fix is only going to last for a certain amount of time, and then you're going to be back to the ultimate problem. So that's why a permanent fix, which is a lifestyle change, is what's recommended.
I totally agree. I
Yeah.
totally agree. Okay. Now, we're going to get into Tarante showing us a few exercises, but I just got to ask this. Do's and don'ts of exercising. Give us 2 or 3 key do's. Troy, you're very active. Lemon, ginger, and garlic is a good fat burner.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah?
Okay, yes, good.
So that's something natural.
Yes.
And that is true?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so I need to be throwing some lemon and ginger in my tea. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, helps with shedding, definitely.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it helps with shedding. A lot of persons add lemon to their water. It helps with the shedding. That's
It
good.
does. So
Yeah.
that
It
is
also,
not...
it's also
'cause
great for the metabolism when it comes to detoxifying.
Okay, because I've heard it, but I never really validated whether it was true or not.
Yes.
It is. Okay, so give me some... Excuse me? Yeah, I don't go nowhere now because ladies, men, you want to see what these exercises are going to be about. But I want Tarante to tell me first. Give me some do's of exercising, just 1 or 2, and then
Okay.
some don'ts. Because
Um,
we may have persons watching and they may be like, you know what, I can't afford maybe a program
definitely.
with you, but
What should I be
what
paying
can I,
attention to?
and how can I start out? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
Durante is gonna say that during the workout. He's gonna show us some key exercises. Now, like I told him, I'll tell you, we are going to attempt, me and my friend. All right. So whether we accomplish, I don't know, but we're gonna break, people. Stay tuned. Come right back in a minute, and he's gonna have us on the floor, and we're gonna be doing our thing. Okay. So see you in 1 minute.
So, what's your fancy? Ladies, how about medium and wide with dress pumps, slingbacks, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children, dress shoes, casual, school shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, ballet, jazz, christening, and bedroom shoes. So complete your look in Richie's Calypso, your number one. So, what's your fancy? Ladies, how about medium and wide with dress pumps, slingbacks, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children, dress shoes, casual, school shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, ballet, jazz, christening, and bedroom shoes. So complete your look at Richie's Calypso, your number one family-friendly footwear store.
Love is always new and exciting at H&L Bookstore and Supply.
This Valentine.
Okay. So come in the middle. All right. Excellent.
Okay, all right, okay. So, all right, ladies, mommy should have music. We
So
need
I
music.
guess you guys can see it as a little mirror right there, as I could just demonstrate.
Here's a playlist for exercise music.
Perfect.
Cardio dance workout on
Good.
Amazon Music.
Okay, so we'll start with a little running sport. So we'll start with a little warm up.
Okay.
A little warm up to get our heart rate up and to reduce our chances of acquiring any type of injury. So for each warm up move, we'll do it for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then we'll repeat the repetition for about 2 rounds. All right? So we have no problem. I got you.
We're not professionals.
2, 1. Good. Now we're going to do some high knees. This is a modified version. So this is really good for persons who have any type of injury. You guys could also look at the screen for a little mirror to see what I'm doing. Good. Excellent. Perfect. So we're going to go for about 5 more seconds.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Then we'll do a modified jumping jack right there. But if you can do a regular jumping jack, go ahead. If not, keep it out of modified. But you guys are just starting. Good. Modified is very good. 8 more. 7, 6. Good. 3. Breathe. Good. Then we go back to the run. We go back to a running sport. We go for 12 more. 9 more. Excellent. 5, 2. Then back to the knee. Good. Let's pull. One leg at a time. Good. Excellent. Remember, keep looking at the mirror. Perfect. 6 more. 3, 2. Good. Now we're going to go back to the modified jack. Good. Yes, it's a modified level. Good. 3, 2, breathe. Good. So that's the warm up. Now we're going to do a little stretch to increase our range of motion. So we're going to go up and down right there. Nice and low. So just watch the mirror. Good. And do exactly as we do in the mirror. 8 more seconds. 6. This is more so a stretch. It's more so full body. We're working every muscle group. 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to do some slight squats. All right. All about the mechanics. Legs in line with the shoulders. Go up and down. If we have any type of knee injury, we don't want to go too deep. And what we want to try to avoid doing is allowing our knees to go over our toes. We can control that by applying more pressure into our heels rather than the front part of our feet. Good. 3, 2, and break. Good. Now we go back to center and we're going to do some lunges. All right. Let's try to get a bend forward. Perfect. Good. 6 more. Slightly. 4. Right angle for the front leg. Good. 2. Very good. And breathe. Good. Now we go back to center. We're going to go up and down for the last stretch. Nice and slow. 7 more. 5 more. 3 more. Someone said they ready blow 2. And breathe. Excellent. Good. Whoa. Okay, good. So what we're going to do a quick 3-minute workout. Then we're going to do a stretch. All right. And then we'll be good. Excellent. Good. So for the first exercise, what we're going to try to do, what we're going to do is we're going to do a touchdown. So I'm going to show 2 versions. I'm going to do a regular and a modified. So if you can't do the regular, if you have any type of injury, you could do the modified. So the regular version is going to be right there. Is it any way that the viewers could see? The X. Yeah, let me go a little bit further in the back. All right. Lower. Good. That's perfect. Good. So we're going to go right there for the regular. Right there for the regular. And then for the modified, we're going to go right there. Good. So let's do. We're going to repeat that movement for 20 seconds. Starting now. Go. So modified right there. Good. Let's try to go all the way down. Together and then good. 15 more seconds. Perfect. 14 more. 13 more. Good. 12. Excellent. 10. You got it. 8. Very good. 6. 5. 3. 2. And breathe. Perfect. Good. Now what we're going to do one more exercise. And we're going to do another exercise. And for this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to show 2 versions, all right? For the modified version, we have to do it from an elevated surface. But for the regular, it's going to be a half burpee, so it's going to be right there. Out, in, jump for that regular, modified, still on the ground, 1 leg at a time. Right, left, right, up. Good. Then the other option, if we can't do it from the floor, we can do it from the chair. But what we want to make sure is that that chair is against the wall or something firm so that it doesn't slide. So you can do those exact same things. You can do this, out, in, jump, or right, left, right, up. All right, and so I'll get you a chair too. I'll put one. Oh, okay. All right, so go back over a little bit so she can have an adequate amount of space. Let's bring the mat over a little bit, Miss Krishna. Good. Right there, perfect. And so you could come right on the end right there, and then you can go there. Let's try 20 seconds. Go. Out, in, jump. Out, in, then stop. Good. Very good, Miss. Good. Good job. 12 more. Good. We got 10 more seconds. Very good. 9 more. You're doing a good. You guys are doing a good job. 8. Good. 5 more. And breathe. Good. Very good. Now the last movement that we're going to do for the first round, we can do a modified push-up for this. So this push-up, we're going to do it from our knees. And the reason why I want us to do this is because most persons who do it with the incorrect form. No problem, no problem. So for the fact that you're noticing your heart rate is increasing is a good thing because that means that it's working. All right, so we're going to do a modified push-up from our knees. Going to cross our feet, and we don't want to do this. We want to avoid doing that. We want our upper body to be in a straight line like this. We want our chest to go to the ground. So up, down, all the way up, down, all the way up. All right, so our hips in. Let's try it from our knees. So it's all about the mechanics to make sure that you do the exercise correctly so you can burn as many calories and you can really target the muscle group. Yeah, but on your knees. On your knees. No, on your, come up a little bit more. Good. So remember, we want our hips in. So all of this should be like a straight line. Good. Now drop your chest. Much better. Now that's a perfect form. Let's try to do that exact same form as her. So on your knees. No. So remember, all of this needs to be in one. So step up a little bit more with your hands, your arms. So move your arms a little bit more forward. More. Good. Now drop your chest. Keep dips in. Good. There we go. Only for 20 seconds. Come back up. Good.
Okay, I did 10.
12 more. We still on time. 8, 5, 2, and breathe. Good. Okay. Okay, good. So we're going to take a little recovery for 20 seconds. And we're going to do all those exercises one more time. One more. One more time for each exercise. So those 3. You only did 3. Yeah, the burpee is the touchdowns. Good. And so we have 12 more seconds for the recovery. Then we'll do it. But this time, to make it a little bit easier and to be a little bit of a motivator, I'll do it with you guys. So we're going to start for 20. Go. Start with modify. Let's go. Let's go. We start. 18. Good. Touch it. 16. Try to go all the way down. 13 more. Good. 12 more. Good. 10 more seconds. 8. Keep that chest up. Good. 5. Excellent. 2. Very good. And breathe. Excellent. Now we go straight into the burpee. So you can do it from the chair. You do it from the floor. 20 seconds. Let's try to set a target. Do a minimum of 5. Try to do a minimum of 5. Good. Yeah. So, okay, I'll pull it over for you. Excellent. Good. There we go. Excellent form, Krishna. Very good. Good. 10 more seconds. Very good. 9 more. Keep it going. Good. 8. 2. And breathe. Excellent. Good. Now the last one we're going to do, the push-up. And then we're done. And then, no, we don't get a 20-second thing. We get a done thing. So we almost done. That's finished. Come on. And so this is a good fitness assessment too to tell you where your fitness level currently is. And so it's all about challenging yourself so that your fitness level can grow. But of course, you don't want to do too much, but you want to challenge yourself so that progression can happen. All right? Good. Yeah. Got to do a little bit more. Yeah. You can get better in time. I allowed it enough time. You gave me that. All right. Let's go. Good. So we go to the push-ups now. So remember, we do them from our knees. Are you sure? But the knee would, the carpet would help with a little bit more support under your knees. Good. Cushion. Let's try. Okay, go. Keep them set. Remember form. Everyone stop. So remember the main thing. Hold on, wait. Let's stop. Hold on. So remember, we got to remember as we're doing exercises, we want to do them correctly. Why? Bingo. So you have to make sure the mechanics. So even if you go on YouTube or Google, if they said that certain mechanics need to be in place, you don't skip them because that's how injury happens. So remember we said you have to do it from your knees and your hips have to be in. Let's try to maintain that. All right? Even if you cannot do as many reps of the correct one, it's better than doing a bunch of the wrong one. Okay. All right? Good.
Just so you know, I already 5.
We on time, though. Let's go. So remember, hips in. Good. Keep it in. Keep those hips in. Let's try to go in a little bit. Remember, so we want to hope the hips need to be in. Go in a little bit more. You can get it. Good. That's better. 10 more. 5 more. And breathe. Excellent. Very good, and we survived. So you guys survived your first cardio blast session. That's it. We just got to stretch now. So high five. Very good. Excellent.
Okay, y'all, we dying. Thank God I got my pink.
Let's do a stretch. Let's go right there. So full. Yeah, so stretching is very important because what the warm-up does is brings your heart rate up, and the cool down brings it back down. And it also is important because you want to stretch with those muscle groups that you just targeted. Yeah. So being flexible is very important because it reduces the chances of acquiring a lot of different injuries. A lot. Good. Good. Now let's go into our right leg lunge. Good. Hold her. Hold her. Good. Let's go to the next side. And what we want to try to avoid doing when doing the lunge, your knees should not go over your toes. All right? Good. So bring your back leg back a little bit more. Excellent. Good. See? That's excellent. 12 more. You go for 10 more seconds. 6, 2, and breathe. Excellent. Let's come back to center. Now we're going to focus on some balance. Focus in on anything that doesn't have the potential to move for the next 20 seconds, and let's hold up our knee. So this is a very good hamstring stretch. Good. You got it. 10. Focus. Good. All proper posture. 8, 2, 1. Next side. Next side, so it can be a balanced stretch. That's the next thing. When stretching, you always want to make sure it's equally balanced on each side of your body. So if you do a stretch on the right side, you want to also do it on the left side. Exactly. Yes, it does. It helps you. So it's all about concentration. Good. 3, 2, break. Good. Now we want to stretch with our quad, especially for those modified touchdowns we did. So right there. This is a really good quad stretch. So the quad is the region in the front of your leg. So also known as your thighs. Good. Excellent. So remember all about focusing. 10 more. 6, 2, and breathe. Let's go to the next side now. 14 more. 12, 8, 3, and breathe. Excellent. Now let's go back to center. Legs in line with the shoulders. Deep breath in. Let me go down into squat. Up one more time and down. Excellent. So we survived. Very good job today. How long was it? Both? No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure being here.
Ladies, gentlemen, I hope that this show was helpful. I hope that you recognize the benefits it provides. God blessings go with you for the rest of the week. A huge thank you to Tarante, our sponsor, our guest, Cardioblast.
Definitely.
And also to our partners, Richie Calypso, 5-star shipping, simply the best. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day.
So, what's your fancy? Ladies, how about medium and wide with dress pumps, sling bags, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children,